I skipped going to the Mandalorian and Grogu this time around because I feel like I'm one of those people who would have enjoyed a fourth season of the show, and even though I am aware that season three wasn't as fun as the first two, or as good, but there are a lot of things that were unfortunate, and even when they started dropping the leaks that Mandalorian and Grogu the movie was gonna happen, we already knew about the plot points, and that the Huts were going to be involved, and that already, to me, that was like, oh God, oh no, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to support this, because it really feels like they're just rehashing an episode of the Clone Wars, which I guess it was the pilot film that came into theaters. So I'm thinking, okay, this is just a rehash of that. The trailers, there's little mystery to this, to what's going to happen in the movie, and also the stakes aren't very high. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of just, it just seems, doesn't seem creative, and so they essentially, I'm just going to say it, robbed us of a fourth season. We might get a fourth season, but we don't know. I mean, they might just axe the series entirely after the movie, considering the movie hasn't been a financial massive success like they wanted it to be. As I understand, the movie has made enough money to, uh, you know, uh, get the budget covered for now. It is still in theaters, and so things are still developing, but it doesn't look good. And so I don't know if people just saw the trailers and saw the promotional campaigns and just didn't see anything that was that interesting. And we could also say that there's a lack of lightsabers in this movie, and I mean that's essentially what these movies are kind of known for. The lightsabers are a thing of Star Wars, and so this one also ignores it, kind of. And then when you hear, okay, so the budget is $150 million, so the production cost wasn't as high, and so you're thinking, okay, they cut the show, turning it into a movie. They're essentially hoping to make as much money as possible. And when they see that it doesn't really add up to what their expectations were, even though it was hard to believe that they were expecting anything else out of this, because you kind of reap what you sow. And we've seen this with other shows, right? The Friends show, for example, it wouldn't have exploded to what it was if it hadn't gotten like a second season. Sometimes you have to kind of like make a risk, right? That's why they saw the many Star Wars show underperform, so they started like canceling the next seasons. But I believe, yes, this is an investment essentially when you're making a show, and when an episode costs like 30 million to film, you're gonna have to be wise with decisions. And so I just did feel like I was in a place where I was thinking, oh yeah, this looks like a movie where I will go in, get out, and be satisfied. Look, I might watch it. I do want to watch it. I'm just not going to go to watch it in theaters. I'm going to wait for the streaming debut, and maybe we have something like a director's cut with more scenes, or something that fleshes it out a little bit more. I do hope that the people who went to see it kind of enjoyed the show. I'm sorry if my voice sounds very nasal today, but I have I am really noticing my allergies this evening. Um, but still, what I wanted to say was, yeah, I felt like they took season 4 from us, and now if they keep making decisions like they have been doing them in the last couple of years, they will probably, um, you know, take let Mando and Grogu go on a hiatus of some sort, of some kind of break, until they feel like they have something that is worth their time in making another show or another movie or something like that. I will. I mean, I hope we can enjoy it, right, for what it is. It might even be better when I watch it. In my opinion, I might even enjoy it more than episode 7, 8, and 9, and Solo. But it also might just be a little underwhelming. So I don't know. That remains to be seen. I will happily be mentioning what I think about the movie once I see it. Now I do have something that really interests me. The X-Files I Want to Believe Me movie from 2008 is getting a director's cut, and I would like to watch it, and I would like to discuss it here on my channel. So that is probably the next video around this movie topic and entertainment topic that I will be doing. So thank you all so much for joining me. My Patreons are thanked, and these are all the Patreons. Please be part of my Patreon. Join me. There's a free tier, and there's a few pay tiers, but you can essentially give whatever you want. And I will be back with new music that's around the corner, but I can't say that much just yet. I shall see you guys very soon. Good night, and have a wonderful weekend.